So you see a very small part of that today. But to give you some perspective how big that is, the next four largest harbors in the world could all fit inside of us, side by side, and we'd still have room left over. Some smaller harbors like Boston and Philadelphia fit inside here. And for over 3.5 centuries, New York City led the entire world in the industry of commercial shipping, where 1/3 of the entire world's shipping was dumped in this port right here. And then it all ended overnight in the mid 1960s with one radical invention. And that invention was the jumbo jet airplane. Once people started to fly stuff around, shipping pretty much became obsolete. Here in New York, most of you know our airports are all the way out on the other side of the city. It's called Queens. So it's gotten pretty quiet around here in the Manhattan section. You can see just about there's no more shipping here. It's just ferry boat and the odd tugboat that cuts through every now and again. The other side of that, the Hudson River's gotten a lot cleaner, so is the rest of the harbor. In fact, the scientists have shown that the fish and the wildlife returned to all healthy to right when Henry Hudson came here. So, the first time 400 years ago. So we're very good for that. We got a nice, clean, and quiet river. All right, more on that later. Right now, if you look to the right, we got New Jersey. We can't leave New Jersey out for too long. Don't complain. This is their river too. This is Hoboken. Hoboken, New Jersey is only 1 square mile in the area, yet we got more churches and parks in this 1 square mile than any other square mile in all of America. Okay, that's what Hoboken's famous for. Lots of drinking, lots of praying. Be careful, it's Saturday. He's to his arch rival, Dr. Peter Engel at AT&T in New York City, to tell him simply, we beat you. April 3rd, 1973, 41 years ago, that's why we all have them today. And there's your chance to get a picture of the first cell phone tower in your cell phone to start to see the circle lines. Alright, how's that for wallpaper? Now, one guy pretty much put Hoboken on the map single-handedly. Who could be more popular than chewing gum, baseball, and cell phones? And it better not hear the cake boss. Talk about one of the greatest voices of all time, the Italian-American singer, Frank Sinatra. That's right. Many hit songs in his day. He's from Hoboken. It's the Holland Tunnel. Alright, well obviously we can't see the Holland Tunnel on this trip, it's underneath us. If we see the Holland Tunnel on this trip today, then we're all in a lot of trouble.
तो धूप में जो है
we'll see what makes the tunnel possible, and also the ventilator is just ahead on the other side of the river. Now the Holland Tunnel, first of all, is named after its chief engineer. His name happened to be Clifford Milbourne Holland. Right, he went to work on this tunnel in the 1920s, and had to be the 1920s. Horse and buggies are being phased out, and cars are being mass-produced from the assembly line. But cars exhaust the poisonous gas called carbon monoxide that would kill people in the tunnel but weren't for adequate ventilation. Now, how the heck are you supposed to air out a tunnel 2 miles long and 100 feet below a river? Well, Holland figured it out by inventing these exhaust vents. And there's a total of 4 of them. You can see there's a pair or 2 on each side of us. Each of those air vents have a series of 87 fans. They're all different shapes, sizes, and colors, and they turn different directions at different intervals. The job is to simply change the bad air to good every 90 seconds. That's what makes the tunnel safe and possible for automobile traffic. It opened up in 1927. It's the first physical link of Manhattan to the mainland of America. So from that point on, no more ferry to drive to California. You pay the toll and slip through the tunnel. So, thank you for flipping the house, the Holland Tunnel. First of its kind and, of course, one of the great wonders of the world. Now here we are in downtown New York City. In cash. He threw it on the table in front of his workers and he told them to build him the tallest building in the world. Then a year later, at 60 stories tall, he got his job, brings the total height up to 1,776 feet. And most of you know that's synonymous with the year that we declared our independence. It's the 9/11 memorial. All right, thank you. Now, okay, switching gears for a second, we're going to look over here to the right. You're going to see the fastest growing city in America is Jersey City, New Jersey. Population keeps doubling every couple of years. Tallest building in New Jersey is right there, the Goldman Sachs building. It happens to be right next to the largest clock in the world. Look at that Colgate clock, folks. That's over 50 feet wide. That means if you do the mathematical breakdown, their minute hand moves 3 feet every minute. That's more than most people do here in New York City.
Yeah.
But this is 1929, that clock has seen many things over the years in this harbor. That clock's going to see many things in years to come. Those architecture laws on that clock have been keeping the harbor right there with us forever. And forever is a long time. I want everybody to look at the Colgate clock all at the same time right now. Yeah, look at the clock. We're looking at a clock that's going to outlive us all. And why not? It's got the time. Alright, that might do the work. How you guys doing anyway? Alright, there's one more building over here in Lower Manhattan I want to point out before we talk about immigration, and then we're going to take a nice little break. Alright, so hang in there, the break's coming. Now, if you look at the river's edge over here, there's a building in Lower Manhattan that's not very tall. It's just over the tree line, and all white color with a pyramid-shaped top to the roof. That's the New York Museum of Jewish Heritage. It's actually a Holocaust memorial. It's actually designed and built by a couple of Irish architects. Now, ironically, if you go inland just a little bit and make a left, you're right in front of the potato family monument that Jewish architects up now with. You see, that's how we get along here in New York City, folks. Everybody gets cross-cultured, colliding and coexisting, we learn each other's customs and ways. After all, outside of Dublin, Ireland, from there you're pushed and shoved from room to room. They poke you, they probe you, they prod you, they ask you a series of questions in English that you better answer in English. At the end of 8 long, aggravating, humiliating hours, you finally get to the bottom floor and you just got one final inspector, a guy who had less than 30 seconds look down his nose at you and decide whether or not he thought you were good enough to make it here in America. Well, you held your breath. 98% of the people that came through here made it, but that means 2% did not. That's what gave that island its nickname she's still called today. They call her the Island of Tears. Tears of joy for many, but tears of sorrow for quite a few. They tell us today 1 in 5 of us in America could trace a relative of ours and went through Ellis Island. 1 in 5 of America go back to the Island of Tears. Now, before they got to the island, they got to pass by what still is, to this day, folks, the tallest statue in the world and of all time. All 305 feet of her. And that's from the very top of the torch, all the way down to the bottom of the base pedestal she stands on. And she's easily the most photographed lady of all time. Without further ado, the star of the show today, the Statue of Liberty Enlightening the World. Which is the true full name of the statue. And over here in 1886, as a gift from the people of France, given to us, the people of America. A statue truly of the people. The bridge that makes that bridge possible is the bridge that makes all bridges like that possible. And it's the third of the 3 great wonders we're going to see. The first bridge we're going to today, and the greatest bridge of them all, the Brooklyn Bridge. That's right behind us. Well, wait till we get there to tell you that story. Right now, I want you to turn around, look off the back of the boat. You're going to see the most covetous part of the harbor. Right here, you get the most photographic view of the greatest city of all time. A shot of the first and third largest downtowns in the world. You got all 3 of the 3 great wonders of the world. In just a second, I have the Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, Dublin Island, the Staten Island Ferry, and the progress of the New World Trade Center, Tower number 1, right in the middle of it all, gang. It doesn't get any better than this. Or does it? You'll have to wait and see. But for now, let's take a break. Get up, walk around, take some pictures, make some friends. That's what I'm going to do. And don't try and take a selfie back there, folks. It doesn't work with the boat going round and round. All right, just hand your camera to your shipmate next to you, and then you return the favor. That's how we do it on the Circle Line. And you native New Yorkers back there, make sure you return the cameras. All right, guys, you got any questions? I'll be walking around on Malachi. I'll see you at the snack bar. And I'll pick you up at the Brooklyn Bridge. Enjoy it.
It's dark as hell. I didn't know that.
Right, they do. So that's how Baba should be that teaching this part. This way, so you should be know.
वो बेचारी इतना अच्छा कर रही है, बातें कर रही तो कह रहा है
उसको देखो बाबा जी को वो बोल क्या तो बाबा जी के देखो
मैं आपसे सिर्फ कुछ देखूं।
पापा जी ने बहुत ही दूर है।
शबीर भाई फरिया की तरह का उसको बुला
बैठी बैठी है वो जवाद जो है ना उसके साथ है। मैं लेके आता हूँ उसको।
नेहा को भेजो, नेहा
मैं लेके आता हूँ। मैं लेके आता हूँ।
नेहा जो जवाब को लेके आओ, बहुत लेके आओ।
ध्यान से लेके आना
आराम से नहीं नेहा, आराम से नहीं
साढ़े किस लिए है साढ़े की आई
कोई नहीं आ जाएगा।
अरे आप रज जाए दिल से।
सबको बताएगा कैमरा के पीछे कौन था।
ये भी बात सही है
कैमरे के पीछे का लेकर चल माता कैसे बन
ये अच्छा काम करेगा ये मूवी जो है
असल में इसका मजा है
साले का मूवी का
वीडियो को।
अच्छा तो शबीर भाई सुने मैं नाम पर आते आपके साथ आए ना
क्या चीज़?
ग्रुप लेते हैं
मैं आपकी
हाँ लेते लेते
बस साथ उसमें आपकी बता रहा है
मैंने गेट किया।
कैजली
नाम ले आओ
The park space. And
फरिया फरिया
that's open to the public. You can see people over there enjoying themselves. But a few ideas I found on what to do with governing violence.
एक टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम है इसमें, वो दब जाता है फिर खराब हो जाता है।
Over there on the left, you can see a big orange ferry. On the side here below, it says Staten Island Ferry. Okay, that's the Staten Island Ferry. Any questions?
मैंने कहा पता चला
Somebody always
पता
asks me,
चला
where does it
चाली
go?
चाली का कितना प्यार है
Every day. Well, it goes to Staten Island. But it's a free ride. Any direction is free. Doesn't cost you anything.
जोएर के साथ।
Wasn't always free though. It started out in 1805. An enterprising young man, just 15 years old. He's from Staten Island. He figured out a way to make some money by sneaking across the sailboat out any chance he got. Filled with as many people as he could from Staten Island that all work in Manhattan. He charged him just 5 cents each way. By the time he turned 16, he actually had enough money to buy the boat.
ध्यान से बेटा, ध्यान से।
गले में डालो गिर जाएगा गले में डालो
He parlayed all that money into the railroad industry, became the most powerful railroad magnate ever, and the third richest person of all time. His name was Cornelius Vanderbilt. Right, it's Vanderbilt, who single-handedly saved Staten Island from bankruptcy as the third. Now, saving Brooklyn from bankruptcy, folks, there it is, straight ahead. The third of the three great wonders we're going to see, and that's the Brooklyn Bridge. A bridge more than 2.5 times longer than any other bridge they ever built up to that point. That's a bridge that was thought to be impossible by many people for many years, but not for the German immigrant John August Roebling. Roebling invented the very invention that makes the bridge possible. He invented the steel cable. And he built bridges like this in a couple of the cities first, but much smaller. But to build this bridge here, he had to do the unthinkable, the impossible, take up the whole span of the East River in one shot, uninterrupted. And then he had to be high. And we go onto this bridge, the only guy with cameras, I want you to turn to get a shot of the underside of the Brooklyn Bridge. It's not just the first bridge we're going on the Today game, it's the first bridge most immigrants ever went under their lives. You see, they looked up and they were awestruck. They had never seen anything built this big before by man in that country. This bridge represented their dreams, that's why they came here in the first place. There was a guy named Elijah Otis who stood across the side of this bridge in East Oregon. He saw how the miracle of steel cable worked horizontally, connecting us to the city. He turned that steel cable vertically and he invented the elevator. With the elevator, we got the skyscraper. And with the skyscraper in New York City, we're not talking about it. It's every other city to be the greatest city of all time. It all goes back to the Brooklyn Bridge. This bridge launched us into a new age, an industrial age. It created something in America we hadn't had up to this point.
उधर जाए उधर जाए बनाना आराम से करेगा
So Elijah Otis, he invented the elevator, and that was it. And it all goes back to the Brooklyn Bridge that we have so far. He's born in the east side of Manhattan. Secretary of the Navy, Vice President and President of the United States of America. And Teddy Roosevelt is also the only U.S. president to have earned the nation's highest award, the Medal of Honor. We got this for his heroic charge of San Juan Hill, wearing his Bush Brothers suit during the Spanish-American War. He had a son, Brigadier General Teddy Roosevelt III, who also earned the Medal of Honor for his heroics on Utah Beach. The Roosevelt gets the same view, it's all treated the same, it's all the same playing field. Now, Roosevelt Island wasn't always called Roosevelt Island. Roosevelt Island for many years in the early 1800s up to the mid 1900s was called Welfare Island. Welfare Island was not a nice place to go. If somebody sent you to Welfare Island in the 1800s, it was probably a one-way ticket. Not a happy ending. Lots of prisons, insane asylums, quarantine hospitals. In fact, we're going to look at the remnants of an old smallpox hospital coming up just ahead of Roosevelt Park. That Gothic-looking structure looks like it's falling down. It's actually being architecturally preserved. James Renwick is the most famous architect of his time. Built many Gothic structures in New York City that some are still standing today. His most famous piece of work? That was a big deal. If you got smallpox before they found a vaccination, folks, that was not a good thing to have. There was nothing they could do for you. Very slow, painful death where they stuck you in that hospital and he died not in a critical condition. Nothing they could do for you.
बकवास कर रहा है
No, horrible disease. Thankfully they found a vaccine. You can see now that Gothic looking structures
नहीं कोई नहीं वीडियो बन रही है बस
मजाक से लगा स्वीट
The next bridge we're going to go
लेकिन
under is called
10 मिनट वो पकड़ ले 10 मिनट में
हाँ, नहीं, सही, सही।
the recently renamed Big Building here across the 59th Street Bridge to play a gig in Manhattan. They named for Simon and Garfunkel, and they sang many songs about New York City. And that bridge is housed with their hit song Feeling Groovy, 59th Street Bridge song. It's also made famous in the movie Spider-Man, with his heroic rescue on the cable car. You can see on the north side of the bridge when we go under it. Now it's going down now, you can see on the right-hand side. Alright, you know what, let's take a break here. Let you guys enjoy the cruise up to River on your own for a little while. I'll pick you up again to Gracie Mansion. We'll talk about the home of the mayors, and we'll go into Harlem and talk about the civil rights. Meanwhile, if you got any questions, if you want to come around, my name is Malachi, and I'll see Gracie Mansion.
नहीं अब आपके बीच में जी फिर 10 मिनट उसके बाद और से कुछ डिक्लेयर कर लो चलो बच्चा वैसे पकड़ लो जो इसको वहाँ लेके जो जिससे क्या बोल देना इसको मानो भी नहीं दो नहीं इसको मान नहीं छोड़ दे ये कैमरा शूट पे कहते हैं जैसे शक्ल वैसे
चल यार पूरा ग्राउंड दे मैंने